breaking news now. Police are on the scene of a reported shooting in South Nashville.
News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy has been on the scene talking with the officers now there. And it's a busy intersection. They've got the road back open now. But do we know how the victim's doing in this case?
Yeah, it appears to not be a life-threatening injury for this victim. A call came in as a shooting. A man in his late 20s. He was taken away. The ambulance had its lights off when we arrived on the scene. We don't know which hospital. We don't have an exact condition from police yet. But what we do know is that it happened behind me on Antioch Pike, right outside La Mansion nightclub. And police also had a crime scene set up about 200 yards away where they detained two people. Our cameras were rolling earlier this morning as two people were handcuffed right outside a CRV in the Sam's Club parking lot on Antioch Pike and Harding Place. Those two people were taken away to the South Precinct, just a couple blocks away, for a little more interviews as this shooting investigation continues this morning. Antioch Pike was closed for a bit of the morning. It is now back open. Again, this happened at, right outside these businesses, including La Mansion nightclub. And Steve and Amy, if that name rings a bell, it was in the news just last week. This is the location where a woman was leaving before she was shot and killed in that drive-by on Interstate 24. Unrelated, but still worth a note. Once we get more information on what led up to the shooting and the victim's exact condition, we'll post it on newschannel5.com. Reporting live in South Nashville, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
All right, Dan, thank you. And anyone traveling may be in for some trouble. Delta Airlines has grounded all of its flights because of some kind of computer issue. And just moments ago, Delta has issued a statement on Twitter. I just retweeted that. I haven't had time to read all of it, though. They are apologizing to all customers affected. And of course, you're looking live at Nashville International Airport right now. Flights are starting to be delayed. You check your flight status if you are flying Delta, because you may not be going anywhere today.
And breaking news, also we are getting reports of a shooting in Murfreesboro. Police scanners indicate that someone was shot on Parkview Terrace around 1 this morning, about 6 hours ago. We have calls in to the Murfreesboro PD. As soon as they can give us some more info, we'll pass that along to you. We're also watching some breaking news overseas in Pakistan right now. 63 people killed earlier this morning when a bomb went off at a hospital. Those numbers have just been updated because earlier it was not that many. The death toll is climbing. Another, and this is not good, another 92 people are hurt, so the death toll, they fear, may go a lot higher. The blast hit the gates of an emergency building at the hospital. Investigators think this was a suicide attack. So far, no one's claimed responsibility.
And also overseas now, a gunman has abducted an American and an Australian from the Afghan capital of Kabul. Security officials say 5 gunmen wearing military uniforms snatched the hostages from their vehicle, just from their car near the American University in Afghanistan. The victims are believed to be university employees, so stay with News Channel 5 as this story continues to develop this morning. And happening right now, rescue crews are scanning the Cumberland River for a missing man. We're told the man was swimming across the river yesterday afternoon when he went under and didn't come back up. Nearby boaters told police the man asked to borrow swimming trunks, but when they told him no, he stripped down and jumped in anyway. Fire officials believe the man may have drowned. We know he's 38 years old, but his identity has not yet been released.
And also happening right now, police are working to track down a gunman after a shooting that happened in East Nashville. This happened on Bronte Avenue last night. Police tell us people in a couple of cars just started firing at each other while these cars are traveling down the street. One man was shot. Investigators believe he was part of that shootout, not an innocent bystander, so to speak. We're told another suspect ditched a handgun behind a house nearby. More info should come in on this throughout the morning, and hopefully we'll learn more about the victim's condition as well. A Hopkinsville man behind bars accused of brutally murdering his 2 sisters. Police say that Robert Rogers stabbed them both at East 7th Street yesterday morning. Both victims in their 60s. Joanne Rogers was already dead when police arrived. Frances Coleman, the other sister, made it to Vanderbilt but passed away from a stab wound to the neck. Investigators say they found Rogers, the suspect, in the home covered in blood. He's facing 2 counts of murder, a motive still not known. Amy?
A man is recovering from a brutal crash, and he has Nashville firefighters to thank for saving him. The man lost control of his truck yesterday morning on Ellington Parkway. Police tell us he slammed through a guardrail and into a hill in the center median. Firefighters worked for half an hour to free him. He's expected to be okay. And a woman is fighting for her life after her boyfriend allegedly abandoned her after wrecking 2 times. Robert Weaver faces DUI charges. Police tell us he fled the scene of the first crash Saturday on OHB in Hermitage, then slammed into a utility pole. Investigators say he ditched his critically injured girlfriend, Tanya Cartwright, and then tried to hide. A witness followed him to his house, and that's where police arrested him. We're told doctors don't expect Tanya to survive. Robertson County deputies are investigating a massive meth lab right now in Springfield. Smoky Barn News reports that deputies found the equipment and chemicals on Stevenson Lane Saturday night. Detectives called the Tennessee Meth Task Force as soon as they realized what they'd found. No word yet on any arrests in that case.
An endangered child alert has just been issued out of Bradley County in the last half hour here. This is 2-year-old Skyla Lachey Wilson. The TBI says she was nabbed by her dad. Her dad does not have custody, however. They were last seen driving in a 2014 black Kia Soul that has Tennessee tags. If you see them, call 1-800-TBI-FIND as soon as you can. A mom is getting some much-needed support after a blaze forced her from her trailer home. Members of the Nashville Chive donated items to Yolanda McKnight's new home on Foster Place over the weekend. A bed, a couch, some bathroom and kitchen supplies after McKnight's friend reached out to the organization. McKnight escaped her home with her 4-year-old son after an electrical issue sparked the kitchen fire 2 weeks ago. Those helping her feel blessed to be able to lend a hand.
Because I'm a mom and I know what it means to have people help you when you can't help yourself. I would want the same thing for my family if I was incapable of providing for them. When you lose it all, you got to start over. You got to have help from somewhere.
Yeah, nice of Melissa there to help out and those other folks with that organization, Nashville Chive. McKnight has not been back to her home since the fire, but luckily no one was hurt. Hey, a huge house fire in Brentwood. Look at this. Well, guess who set that? The firefighters set it. Yes, it's a training exercise. They were taking part in this yesterday morning. The home on Harpeth Drive went up in flames. Video on the Brentwood Fire Department Facebook Live page there. The home was burned out just before noon. A great training exercise for the Brentwood Fire Department.